Hello students, let us discuss different batteries under the chapter electrochemistry. Now batteries are galvanic cells of practical use. The different types of batteries we use in our daily life. Now they are of two types, primary batteries and secondary batteries. Now primary batteries are those which are not reusable, means they are not rechargeable. For example, Lakeland cell, after the name of the scientist, inventors actually, Lakeland cells that are used in our inverter, remotes, TV remotes, in clocks. We use this type of battery. It is made up of a zinc cover which is acting as anode, and the cathode is made up of a carbon graphite rod, and the electrolyte that is packed in within this zinc container is made of a paste of MnO2, which is black in color, carbon black, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride in the form of a paste. Now the reactions that are taking place at the anode, oxidation takes place. So zinc is being oxidized to zinc 2 plus ion, and these electrons flow through the electrolyte to the cathode, and there the electrons are used by MnO2, which is being reduced to basic manganese oxide. So here you find that in MnO2, oxidation state of Mn is +4, that is being reduced to Mn3 plus in basic manganese oxide. And the reaction in which, in the second reaction, the ammonia molecules that are formed, that are being used up in the cell to form a complex ZnNH3 2 plus. This type of battery provides potential difference of nearly 1.5 volt. Now another type of primary battery is the button cell or the mercury cell. This kind of button shaped cell which is used in our calculators, in watches. It is made up of here you find that the cathode is made up of paste of mercuric oxide and carbon, that is forming the cathode. The anode is an amalgam with zinc amalgam. Anode is used. Now the reaction that is taking place at the anode is zinc being oxidized to form zinc oxide with the loss of electron, and those electrons are used up at the cathode by the mercuric oxide, which is being converted to metallic mercury. The overall reaction is zinc plus mercuric oxide changing into zinc oxide and metallic mercury. So this type of battery are used where low current are used. That means low current device like watch, calculator, in which we can use. Now here take the second kind of example of second kind of battery. Those are called secondary batteries. Secondary batteries are those which are rechargeable. That means if current is passed through the cell, if actually battery provides current due to chemical reaction, but this kind of batteries in which if we pass current from outside, then the reaction can be reversed. The chemical reaction that is taking place in the battery can be reversed, and therefore it is recharged. Our mobile batteries is a secondary battery also. Now here I have taken an example of lead storage battery, which is widely used in automobiles, in cars, buses, and also in the inverters. In our house that we use inverter, in which which is a secondary battery. So it is a very important one. Now it is made up of, a container in which lead grids are there acting as anode, packed with spongy lead, and the cathode is also formed of lead grid packed with lead oxide, PbO2, and the electrolyte which is used is concentrated sulfuric acid solution, 38% solution of sulfuric acid. The reaction that is taking place at the anode is the metallic lead is being oxidized to form PbSO4 in the presence of sulfate ion. It is oxidized Pb0 to Pb2 plus. At the cathode, PbO2, which is in which lead is in the +4 oxidation state, gets reduced to form PbSO4, Pb2 plus. The overall reaction that is taking place is Pb plus PbO2 in presence of sulfuric acid going to form PbSO4 plus water. This reaction can be reversed when the battery is recharged by passing electricity. Next, let us find another kind of very useful battery which is called fuel cell. Fuel cell is environment friendly. So therefore, nowadays it is a big challenge for scientists to prepare different kinds of fuel cell. They are trying to build different kind of fuel cells. Most important one that was found is hydrogen oxygen fuel cell, which was used in Apollo space program. So actually I am coming into that. Before that, find the definition of fuel cell. Fuel cell is a galvanic cell that are designed to convert the energy of combustion of fuels like hydrogen, methane, methanol, etc. directly into electrical energy. So this kind of cells are called fuel cell. The hydrogen oxygen fuel cell diagram I have shown here. So there are two chambers, the anodic chamber and the cathodic chamber. The electrodes are made up of porous carbon electrode, and into that there is an electrolyte which is concentrate NaOH. Here concentrate NaOH is used as an electrolyte. Now you find that in the anodic chamber hydrogen enters, hydrogen gas enters. So at the anode, hydrogen being oxidized to form water with the loss of electron, that electron flows through the connecting wires to the cathode. There those electrons are taken by oxygen. Oxygen comes into this oxygen chamber. There it gains electron to be reduced to form OH minus ion. Through the pores of the carbon it goes into the solution. Now you find that the H plus ion and the OH minus ion are combined to form water. The water vapor formed here can be condensed and can be used as liquid water, and this by adding mineral this can be used for drinking purpose as it was used in the Apollo space program. So the overall reaction looks like oxygen and hydrogen combines to form water, and during this reaction current is produced. So since the product is forming water, so therefore it is completely pollution free process. That's why this fuel cell, hydrogen oxygen fuel cell, has great applications. Thank you.